1. Welcome everybody. We've got a Group D matchup. It's going to be Invoker of Legend taking on Kanye. Going to be both of these guys looking to get out of the group. Group D, real messy right here. A win here is very important to both of these players as they're both in the middle of the pack. I have here with me another Group D member to cast this with me. It's Evolution.
Yes, sir. Harboring on the brink of making it and not making it.
Yeah, Invoker and Kanye, both competitors to make it out here with you. You've played against both of them. What are your feelings on this matchup coming in?
Well, I beat Kanye and I lost to Invoker. So, Kanye has a lot to prove here. I think that he's capable of doing it, no problem. But, you know, Invoker's shown a lot of improvement over the last few months. He's become one of the players that you enjoy playing with on your team. So it's anyone's game right now.
Yeah, and we see him. He's putting some damage down, getting some auto shields out of Kanye. He is keeping the pressure on him. I mean, he's not got a lot of meaningful damage down, but
he's in a he's choosing his spots where he's attacking too nicely. I'm sure you saw him hovering around that escalator, and that's a good spot for a jumper. Cartwheelers can get hit by attacks from there, but jumpers typically can't.
Yeah, Kanye's kind of got him on the back foot for a moment. He can't really get back to his capsules under fire of that vibration blaster super easily.
I'm kind of rooting for Invoker here.
Was that Root of
Kanye
Tree?
Doesn't win this. Yes, sir. That was Root of Tree.
Interesting.
That was the slower of the two.
If Kanye goes down here, he's 3-3, and you hold tiebreaker over him.
Correct. So if Kanye goes down in this, I make it out of group stages. Whereas if he wins, I do not.
Well, it's still messy. Wolf is still in contention. He could hit 3-3. He would hold tiebreaker over you. A win versus either Invoker or Filthy would give him 3-3. I mean, Filthy could also hit 3-3, but you hold tiebreaker over him.
Group D is definitely the messy of the group.
Yeah. It ended up, because of a dropout, the smallest sized group, but it is also the most contentious over who's making it out.
Yeah, Phantom Crush dropping out, it helped some, but it only hindered me. It didn't help me at all. I needed to play Phantom Crux, for sure.
I think everybody wanted to get that extra potential W against Phantom Crux. It wasn't a slouch of a player. Ouch! Invoker.
That was
in a real bad spot. He just has not been able to get back to his base. Forced to use the lack right there and then.
Oh.
Dodges the ground laser. Oh, and he just barely gets away from that. So he gets back to his capsules. He has relative safety, but he paid so dearly to get there. The vibration blaster
yeah, that's the
and the
problem
vacuum
with
slash.
Heavy pressure. Heavy pressure. As you notice, Invoker's at 17, Kanye's at 7, so Kanye's burned through his arsenal. It looks like this is the hand he wants.
Oh my goodness, that ground laser made the nastiest turn. Just came right back around. Even though Invoker had literally walked behind him, the ground lasers managed to turn around and hit him.
Ground lasers are becoming one of my favorite moves. They pull off some stuff you don't expect, and you can use them in the air. What's not to love?
Yeah, ground laser, potentially the new meta. Personally, haven't converted to it myself, but that's going to be game one to Kanye over Invoker. Kanye looking to cement himself as second seed. With a win here, he cements himself as second seed. A loss here almost guarantees him not out of groups. What an interesting dynamic that is. You either take second seed or you don't advance at all.
Sitting here dwindling away my group stages.
Invoker with the open spawn. Kanye with the stair spawn. Could be really bad. Kanye known for his big damage laser decks. This could be big trouble for Invoker. He's got a heat down.
Got a good camera angle.
See a Psycho aura out of Invoker.
Both have good aura.
Green aura for Kanye. Means we're going to see the nature.
Looks like yellow out of Invoker.
No, he's got red, and we've already seen one heat down. Bravery.
Throwing me off.
So he's going to be running the bravery decision with the heat. Very
Invoker's
close to
looking
it.
good. He's got a very fast start.
Yeah. He may have to overwrite one ability, but he's like right where he needs to be. Kanye with 2 purples.
Have bravery.
I'm pretty sure he's got an orb in hand at this point.
To have bravery at a minute in with 8 aura is pretty impressive.
Got the railgun.
Here comes the railgun.
Gotta wonder if those purples...
At this point...
Turbulence? Or return to nature? Yeah, that's
Invoker
the orb.
has the orb, yeah. So at this point, I'm hoping to see Invoker start moving in. It doesn't look like Kanye's liking what he's got so far. He doesn't really seem to have a way to handle it, so...
I mean, Invoker's only got that railgun right now.
Railgun in tight quarters, though, can do some damage.
I wonder what his other yellow is. Is it a dazzle? Did he accidentally pick up a second orb? Hopefully he doesn't have 2 orbs in that monstrosity.
I'm thinking dazzle. Kanye wanting to get to that,
Not able to get the second return... I don't know if that was Turbulence or Return to Nature, because it doesn't pop up on my screen, but he wasn't able to get whatever it was. He was hoping to wear down the aura of Invoker. Didn't quite get it.
He was close. I think it was right on the edge.
Continuing with some nasty manual aims there with that railgun. Hasn't connected any yet, but they have looked good. Kanye just has a very defensive spawn. He's very lucky in that sense. If he had Invoker spawn, it would just be duck hunting season.
I think that this is going to show the improvement that Invoker's truly made. Is he going to sit there with patience and wait for the good shot, or is he going to move in with railgun and try and put some pressure on?
Well, and it's hard to say what the right call is. The more you're able to get Kanye to dig through, the closer... I mean, 2 theories, you know, the closer you are to running through his arsenal and breaking down his shields. But also, the closer he is to, you know, some arsenals are wanting to reach a certain point. You know, they have a setup that they want to achieve. Whereas an arsenal like Invoker's, he just wanted to get the railgun and start, you know, hitting railguns. Kanye now...
It looks like Kanye has the hand that he's
yeah,
looking for. I'm going to imagine he's probably got a vacuum maul or...
It's also possible he's got a diabolical trick. I can't tell if that's a purple on the A button. Oh, he loses the guard of water. He's got the blazing bullet, but Glacial Wall will shut that down with authority. I'm not really sure what the whole point of that was. If he's looking for a certain hand, that wasn't it. I'll tell you that. Guard of Water, which he allowed to have popped, and a blazing bullet weren't going to shut down Invoker.
So it was a dazzle. I'm going to put Kanye on a Glacial Wall.
It's okay.
Vacuum Wall.
That's a good trade for Invoker. Glacial Wall. Now, is Kanye... Yep, he's just going to jump off. He's not even going to risk it.
That's the smart move.
Yeah, it's not even going to risk it. Problem is, he still hasn't broken said Glacial Wall.
He can now. Now he has the opportunity to, but we're going to see what Invoker's going to do. He just overwrote something.
I mean, one more damage, one more, you know, anything, even if it's just trash that hits him, like, Kanye will lose the blazing.
Invoker's doing pretty good with keeping Kanye on his toes. He doesn't really want him to leave the base. Kanye, I don't think, wants to leave the base at this point, though. Not with that
Have
dazzle.
we seen anything other than nature out of him?
Nothing yet.
So he does break the Glacial now. He is so fortunate to have this spawn right now. Where he can
If I was Invoker, I think I'd
hide
move
under
up
that
to the other
staircase.
staircase on the far side.
I think I would have personally given up on the Dazzle and tried to find that Excalibur. Will it trade? Oh, goodness. Bad luck for Invoker. Another Railgun now. Looks like he may not even have an Excalibur in this deck. The other time I've seen it, I didn't see an Excalibur, so it's potentially he doesn't have one.
See, it's opposite for me. When I run Bravery, I don't run Cluster Bomb. I run Excalibur and Railgun.
Yeah, I've never been as big of a fan of Cluster Bomb myself.
It seems to work for others, but for me, I prefer to be in their face or just popping off random, you know, manual aim shots with the Railgun.
Same thing for me. I know Guinan favors Cluster Bomb pretty heavily. But he's also excellent with Railgun.
Wait.
Invoker deciding to move in. Kanye just playing a very slow game.
You have to excuse me for a moment. Daddy duty calls while you cast this. Be right back.
Actually manages to cartwheel the Dazzle. Jumping Blazing Bullets. Back and forth. Does finally get hit by one. Oh, the Vacuum Slash connects, and he's going to take the tumble. Invoker's down to 1 health now. Kanye playing a very slow and controlled game. Goodness, that staircase spawn has just been so good to him. Loses that. And Invoker, now shieldless versus the Blazing Bullet, is just going to go down right there on the staircase. Kanye. Goodness. I rarely worry about spawn so much, but that spawn difference was huge in that match. Kanye playing a very slow and controlled style, taking advantage of that spawn very, very heavily. Is going to take a 2-0 lead here. Panorama was banned, which will take us to City. Our other ban was Lane. We'll have to see if Invoker can mount a comeback here. Very rough way to start this series. The Palace game, getting cut off from his spawn early, and then the spawn disadvantage on Highway was just very difficult to deal with.
Sorry about that. Okay. Lovely time.
Looks like they've got opposing spawns. Invoker this time has the box spawn, which is going to be advantageous for him. Kanye in the little bit more open spawn at a somewhat disadvantage. But the bigger disadvantage is going to be if he wants to move over and attack Invoker, he has to go over to the boxes. Invoker with quite a few yellows.
So how did the last match end up?
Last match ended up going to Kanye. Invoker just didn't have any shields. Kanye hit a big vacuum slash, and here we are. Invoker looking to be running his Violent Change deck. He's already gotten some of Kanye's capsules down, and Kanye's going to have a tough time attacking this really defensive arsenal that is meant to erase skills. Looks like that was an orb.
With the exhaust.
Yeah, I think he just had orb on. Absolutely unfazed by it. Let's see, does Kanye have it? I can't get an angle. No capsules on bench for Kanye yet. Invoker's eyeing them. But the more Kanye overwrites, the more he's going to see how much lower he can get Kanye on skills first. Some recalls coming out now for Invoker. Got to put him at a healthier aura.
You know, this Invoker is running an arsenal that I believe I had passed on to him. An attrition arsenal.
Well, I've seen this one in some of his previous matches. He's got Violent Change, Change the World, Recalls, and I guess it's an amulet, not an orb, that he has in there. Otherwise, it would be 4 schools.
If we see the memory lapse, and this is the arsenal I used on Wolf, though, I'd pass it on to Invoker.
The time we've seen him use this, he did not have a memory lapse. There goes Violent Change. Going to take 3 more capsules from Kanye. And now he's just going to hide.
Such a prime spot.
Oh, but he plays it poorly. Poor execution there by Invoker. Now that he knows what attack it is, should be able to stay away from it. Uses the dash.
This is the arsenal.
Has an iron skin. He's going to get hit by one of those there. Change the world. Forced to use his iron skin to block that. Oh, and he dashes off the map. It is not necessary for you to be dashing back and forth in there. That does not need to happen.
Kanye looking for the debris.
Another... Was that Change the World or Violent Change? I had trouble telling.
That was Violent Change.
Kanye actually retreats back to base.
That was
Invoker
not
is
the smart
getting
move.
low.
Well, he does have the vibration laser, so...
Invoker's getting low, but he's already on his way back. Yeah, you're going to have to get inside that range for a minute. Dodge everything else Kanye has. Now, could that be the flash hole? He desperately needs one. I know that he has one in here, but he already dropped the shield, whatever it was. Needed the recalls. There goes another pop. Kanye's still trying to finish off. Another purple in hand. Another recall. Playing with fire here.
He's not in a terrible spot.
Needs to get that next pop off. Kanye actually retreats to base. Uses a boost mine? Did he really just stop to use a boost mine in his base? Out of everything? Oh, Invoker will go down. Got himself ever so close, but was unable to close the distance with the vibration laser, and that'll be a 3-0 victory for Kanye.
And there goes Evolution's trip to the semis.